Hey there. Hey there. It is Latoriea Q back with another video. Thank you for joining me. I know that this automatically starts recording as soon as I turn it on, so I do want to go ahead and welcome you to my live. On this particular live, let me get my little light out. On this particular live, I don't have anything to really talk about. However, with the content that I've posted over the last, I don't know, last month or few weeks or whatever, I've been posting quite a bit of content talking about how to get your water clean, how to get yourself grounded, how to get harmful chemicals and toxins and frequencies out of your body. There is so much for us to talk about. So today I am just going to leave it open and have an open discussion about how to get yourself right, how to get yourself healthy, how to get yourself clean, how to get yourself in tune and alignment with your good health because it's important. So, someone asked me, how do I know these things? So, basically, I went to school for a long time, okay? But with that being said, I am a community psychologist where I did study the mind, and I also studied human beings, how they function in groups. So, group thinking and how people are controlled, things like that. With that also being said, I did study health and nutrition, and I am a holistic practitioner. So I am a touch practitioner, meaning, in simple terms, I'm a massage therapist, or I am a um, soft tissue manipulator. There's a lot of ways that we can call it. But what I do is I touch people. But with that being said, I've learned a lot about how oxygen works with the body. I learned a lot about the lymphatic system, and I've learned a lot about how trauma affects not only your brain, but how it affects your cells. And in my own personal journey of healing, welcome. In my own personal journey of healing, I've learned how to heal myself. And in that, I share with others how to heal yourself. There is almost absolutely nothing that you cannot heal yourself from. There is every single way for you to heal yourself if you apply the knowledge the way that you're supposed to apply the knowledge. Simply saying, I just posted a video, go check it out. 5 ways for you to activate your water. You need to have good water, but oftentimes we think that when we buy this expensive water out of the store, we are getting good hydration, we're getting good water. Well, let me tell you, no, you can go look it up. Your water that is on your shelves in your grocery store, that water is only good for 3 to 4 days once it gets out of the spring. So, what happens if you're drinking water, the good water now? Let me tell you, I like expensive water. But what happens if I buy expensive water and it's no good? You need to know how to activate your water. But even more so, knowing how to activate water, because you are 75% water, you can learn how to activate yourself. Did you know that? You can activate your own cells. You can get yourself healed if you do the right things. How you eat, what you eat is so important. They pump our foods with so many herbicides, pesticides, steroids, stimulants. You know why? You want to know why they give your beef injections? It's not so that they don't have bacteria. It's not so that they don't have viruses. They do it so they get fatter. They just want your meat fat. So then once you get this meat and you cook it, all the water evaporates out of it, right? But you're left with hormones. You're left with antibiotics. You're left with all these things in your body, and now you're compromised. So then you can't figure out why you're stressed out. You can't figure out why your body isn't feeling the way that it should be feeling. You can't figure out why your hormones is all over the place. You can't figure it out. It's because they gave what you're eating chemicals. And so your body doesn't know how to get rid of the chemicals either. So how do you function? How do you function whole if you're compromised? I want to tell you, a compromised body is a blind body. I say that all the time. Most people have to wait on a diagnostic statistic for themselves to get healthy. That means most people are going to wait on a doctor to give them a diagnosis and tell them how much longer they have to live in order for them to take control of their health. Welcome. How are you doing? I see you guys coming in. Thank you for joining me. My name is Latoriea Q. I am sharing with you how to get healthy. I'm sharing with you how to heal yourself. Here's why it's important that you be on the frequency that you need to be on. What does that mean? That means you need to be in tune and in alignment with not only this part of your being, your physical part, right? But the higher parts of you. We are so much more than our physical bodies. I know you know that. I know you heard that before. But what happens when you're not living out the life you're supposed to live? I see so many people. I am a TikToker. Let me just go and put that out there now. And so many people are talking about we're on different timelines now. There are so many things happening out in the world. And how do we get control of it? Listen, I need you to understand you have absolute control. You have control over what you put in your eyesight. You have control over what you put your hands on. You have control over what you put in your mouth. You have control over everything. You have control over the sounds that you make. You have control over it. But what happens is you give way to other entities and other beings when you don't know who you are. And so then you start living a life that is dysfunctional. You live a life that malfunctions, and you then lose control over what you're really here to do. Do you even know why you're here? Most people don't. Most people have no clue why they were born, let alone who they really are, where they really come from. Let's talk about it. You were born here, but you have complete amnesia about why you are here. Drop in the comments if you know why you're here. A lot of people don't. A lot of people aren't here knowing that they are here to raise the frequency and the vibration of the earth. They don't know that they are here to get the earth in tune with its most highest, clearest resonance. That way, we are the spiritual beings, the elevated beings that we are really supposed to be. We can't bring order back to this planet if we don't have order in our individual bodies. We can't go and accomplish anything that we want to accomplish if we are not whole. Oh, it's okay. We can't break generational curses if we don't know what the curse actually is. We don't know where it roots from. We don't know how to heal ourselves. We don't know how to heal the next generation if we don't know who we are. It's very important that you know who you are. It's important that you know how to heal your trauma. And I'm not just talking about physical trauma, like you had a physical injury. I'm not talking about just mental health issues. I'm not talking about just epigenetic issues. I'm not talking about just environmental issues. It all plays a role in our life. But if you have been bombarded, you have been distracted, you have been basically had all these chemicals put into your body and you don't know how to get them out, you're compromised. You have been compromised. And you are a well-oiled machine that has been compromised. What are you doing? You go rogue. So many people have gone rogue. They don't know what they are here to do anymore. I know. So give me a second. I'm going to pull up again. I am good about having notes because I like to make sure what I'm saying to you is quite consistent. However, I want to do a video today. I didn't even put down in the description box how to reactivate water into living water. And it involves restoring its natural structure, its energy and vitality. Because in the end, you're going to give yourself water that is healing water, and you are going to have structure, energy, and vitality. Don't you want that? Don't you want to have a glow about you? Don't you want to have your cells working the way that it's supposed to work? So when they put all these nanoparticles out here, they put all these microplastics in the water, they put it in the food, Did you know 100% of all human beings and animals have plastic in their body? You have plastic in your blood. Even I do too. Also, depending on what you consume, where you live, and how you function out here in the world, because most of us walk around here not knowing any better, we have also been bombarded with heavy metals and particles that are called nanoparticles. And that means they can turn on these nanoparticles and they can control our systems how they would like to. So some people are not genetically predisposed to getting sick. Some people are not. However, because of what you consume, whether it be the water or the food, the air, or the environment that you put yourself into, you are now having disposition to have the compromise of heavy metals, nanoparticles, plastics, all in your body. So then what happens with your functionality? You don't function very well. You're stressed out, you're tired, you're bothered, you look pitiful, you got acne, your skin broke down, you can't even break down food right, you got bowel problems. Look at you, you're broke down. Now I'm not talking to you specifically, but you know who I'm talking to if it's you. We are out here just eating recklessly. We are consuming recklessly. And guess what? They want you to go use your insurance and go to the doctor and buy the pharmacy prescriptions. And you get all on all the supplements and all the extras. Why? Because they're going to make money off of you. When all you had to do was heal yourself. You heal yourself with intention and you heal yourself with knowledge. People who lack knowledge, well, what's the scripture? You perish for the lack of knowledge. That means you perish for not doing your due diligence. You're going to perish for not doing research. You're going to perish for not going out there seeking new knowledge and information that gets you to your next level. You're going to struggle because you don't do the work that you're really supposed to be doing, which is healing yourself so that you can help heal others. So let's talk about it. Again, reactivating water. Do you know how to reactivate your water? And we're going to talk about that. So there are many ancient traditions, and there's also modern holistic practices that suggest that water can be revived. Yes, your water can be revived. If you're just now joining me, like I told you before, your water that you buy in the grocery store is only good for 3 or 4 days. I don't care how much water, how much quality water you think you're buying. If it says alkaline, if it says the pH is 9.5 or 8 and above, if you're buying water that says it's spring water, if you're buying water that says it's distilled or drinking water, if you're buying any water out of the grocery store, if you're getting any tap water at your sink, if you're getting any water outside of, you're actually at the spring, and you're putting either your mouth down to the water and drinking, or you're getting a glass container and drinking it from a spring. If you are getting any water out of the grocery store, you have plastic in your body. Depending on where that water has been sourced from, you have metals in your body. And now they are able to turn on different satellites. They're also able to turn on different wirings in the ground. They're also able to turn on different Wi-Fi systems. They're able to turn on all of these things to control your body. So all of a sudden, when you become ill or you become diseased or you become sick, it's because you are on a frequency that is rooted or grounded in whatever it is that you're on for them. And you know who them are. Let's not even play the game, right? We know who they are now. People used to say, well, who is they? Who are you talking to? Who is it? We know who they are. They don't even hide it anymore. They don't even play about it anymore. They let people be ignorant and stay ignorant because they won't go do their due diligence. They won't go find out the information that they need to find out. So I'm telling you today that yes, your water can be revived, it can be reactivated, it can be brought back to life, and there are various methods that you can do to enhance the molecular structure of water. There are different things that you can do to energetically charge your water. There's things that you can do to make the bioavailability of your water strengthened so that when you put it in your system, you are not weighed down by heavy metals and toxins. You are not weighed down by hormones and chemicals, and you will not be weighed down by someone else putting a spell on you. Can I get a like? Okay. So here are some ways for you to transform your water into living water. Now, I did a short. If you don't have the attention span to go through some of these things, go to the short. It's okay. Go to the long form video. It's okay. You're not going to bother me because you don't want to watch me on a live. I may take too long to get quick information out to you, but that's okay. Go watch the short. Go watch the live. I got you. Okay? But on this particular live, we're going to talk about how to bring your water back into a living, structured organism or molecular organism that basically feeds your cells. So we're going to talk about creating a vortex. Do you know that you can create a vortex with your physical body, just like you can create a vortex with water? Most people don't know that. Why? Why don't people know that? Because as children, we were stopped from being children. And a lot of children, especially when they play, can create a vortex. They created a vortex. How you doing, LB? Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, thank you. Where you from? Where you from? I'm in Kansas, so I'm not hiding it. I'm in Kansas. Where you from? So, do you remember being a kid on the playground, right? And you would spin around in the circle, or you were on the merry-go-round, or you would get on the monkey bars and then spin around on the monkey bars. Do you remember doing that as a kid? Do you remember going around and getting dizzy and laughing and falling out with your friends? Thank you for joining me from India. Thank you. Thank you. I'm in the United States. Do you recall spinning around and playing as a kid? It doesn't matter what country you're from. If you remember having a childhood, right? I'm going to say that, yeah, if you remember, because do you know some people's memories have been wiped? Yes, we are in that time. We are in that place. So many people's memories have been wiped. But you can create a vortex, which is a natural movement. It's a natural occurring movement. When you see water going down the drain, it goes in a vortex. It goes down the drain in a vortex, right? You can create a vortex inside of your body, and you can also create a vortex with water in a glass. And when you create a vortex, which is basically spinning it around, getting that energy stirred up, you are able to restore the molecular structure of the water because you are going to cause the energy to raise the frequency of it. You're going to raise the vibration. You're going to enhance the energy of the water so then it has movement again. The best water comes from places that have movement. The best water comes from springs. The best waters come from aquifers and fountains. The best water comes from waterfalls. Why? Because it's moving. It's moving water. You are moving water. But if you sit at your desk all day, hunched over, stressed out, broke down, and you're an electromagnetic being, your water is stagnant. And all you're going to do is put more stagnant water in your body. How are you supposed to get healthy being stagnant? So the first thing that you need to do is move your body. Then to have activated water, put it in a glass and spin the bottle around or move it back and forth. Or if you have a glass cup, make it aerated. Bring life back to your water. Enhance it by making spirals and vortexes. Here we go. It maintains its vitality. How long should you do that? If you can get up right now, spin around in a circle for at least 30 seconds, did you know you can activate your cells? Did you ever watch the movie or the TV show Wonder Woman? Did you ever watch Superman? Do you ever watch your superheroes? How do they get themselves activated? And I'm not talking about technology. I'm talking about they spin around and create a vortex. They cause themselves to be stirred. They cause themselves to be stimulated because we are electromagnetic beings and we have a water system. You have to activate yourself. Am I a teacher? You know, one of the highest things that a person can do as far as in life is to be a teacher. So, yes, I am a teacher, but I am not a paid educator. I'll say it like that. I'm not an educator. I don't work in a school. But am I a teacher? Absolutely. Absolutely. That is one of the greatest gifts that you could do. If you can learn something and master it and share it with another person, yeah, that's one of the highest degrees in life that you could actually possess. Yes, I'm a teacher. Thank you for asking. So, when you get devices like a vortex or a magnetic stirrer, you can find it on Amazon. You can find them on different websites. You can get a system that you actually put a glass container on, and it causes the water to have a vortex. And when it causes the water to have a vortex, it goes nonstop. It's never ending. And this water will always be living water. And living water is healing water. So it's important for you to drink clean, good water. So if you are in an area where your water has been compromised, yes, you're going to want to filter if you can get a filter. Don't drink water that has been overloaded with chemicals, hormones, pesticides, herbicides. Don't drink water that has toxins and buildup in it. Don't drink that water if you can avoid it. But if you need to get a filter, get a filter. But before you put it in your body, activate the water. Activate it. Move it around. Stimulate it. Cause a vortex, okay? 2, the second way that you can activate your water, and I'm not talking just about drinking water, I'm talking about your physical water, your blood, okay? I'm talking about your body as well. So don't be confused when I talk about water in the sense of some water outside of yourself. I'm also talking about the water that is within you, okay? Exposing yourself and your water, okay, to sunlight and moonlight. Expose yourself to sunlight and moonlight. It's very interesting that they are always talking about artificial sunlight because artificial sunlight does more damage than being out in the natural sun for hours on end and getting sunburn. Are you following? Are you listening? If you go out in artificial sunlight, you are going to get burnt. When you go out in natural sunlight, you are going to get phytonutrients. That means the sun is going to give you messages. Well, you want your water in the sunlight. Get a glass container. Put the container in the sunlight. If you can leave it out all day, some of us who are in the United States are experiencing what is called our winter. We are experiencing our coldest season. So putting it out in the sunlight right now, outside, may not be helpful, especially if you have glass containers. But if you can get your water containers in the sunlight will clean the water and it will activate the molecular structure cells of the water. Okay? Sunlight infuses water with solar energy. It's going to charge it with its life force energy. You are no different. You are no different. Getting out in sunlight is going to help you. Place your water in a glass container, preferably blue or clear. Put it in the sun for 1 to 2 hours. At night, you can moon charge your water, especially during a full moon. If you have crystals, if you have stones, if you have anything, you can put yourself in the moonlight and you are going to get charged. And it's going to absorb the yin, which is the negative energy. It's going to balance out the structure. You are going to heal yourself. There is no excuse. There is no excuse now. If you do not heal yourself, you will live in vain and you will die painfully. Again, you do not need a diagnosis for you to get it together. You don't need a doctor to tell you something is wrong for you to take your health seriously. You don't need a doctor to tell you you have so much time left for you to figure out to get healthy. You can do it now. You don't need a government official telling you to get healthy. You don't need a government official to tell you don't drink the water, don't eat the food, don't do this, don't do that. I posted today, if you are in the United States, there are different stores that are having outbreaks. You can go buy broccoli right now, and the broccoli has listeria in it, and you can die from eating broccoli. Are we listening? Can you hear me? They have people in California that went to a grocery store, and a community of people got sick, and some of them died from eating carrots. You should not die trying to be healthy. You should not. We have a serious problem. If they keep letting foods go to these big grocery stores, we're going to talk about that in a second. But they have these foods that are going to these grocery stores. They are charging ridiculous amounts of money for good food, healthy food. They're charging ridiculous amount of money, and people are still dying from eating vegetables. People are dying from eating good foods. No, we got a problem, y'all. We are not regulating the right people. They are regulating people who have no control. When the people should be regulating the government. The people should be regulating these stores. The people should be controlling what goes in and out, but we not. We don't have no control. Something is wrong. Something is completely wrong. You should be able to eat good, healthy foods, good fish, good chicken. Whatever it is, you should be able to eat foods, and you should be having nourishment. You should not be eating foods trying to figure out what is making you sick. Let's keep going. You can use crystals. Now, somebody might say this is woo-woo, but you know what? You are a crystal. Let me tell you the first crystals that you have, your teeth. Let me also tell you some other crystals you have, your blood. Let me tell you about some other crystals, your organs. You are a crystal yourself. So when I speak to you about a crystal, I'm not talking to you about some rock or stone that has no value, no properties to it. I'm talking to you about you. You are a crystal. You can activate yourself. And I apologize if it sounds like I'm yelling, but I'm very passionate. But placing your safe, non-toxic crystals in water can structure it energetically. How so? If you go get you some crystals that is such as a clear quartz, it's going to amplify your energy. I walk around here I got crystals and I got stones. I go to the ocean. I pick up stones. Listen, I'm in Kansas. I'm in the Midwest, but I find my way to the ocean. Okay? Shungite, it purifies and it detoxes. Rose quartz, it harmonizes emotional energy. Amethyst, this is my amethyst. It enhances your spiritual connection. You have to be intentional in this lifetime now, honey. There are no excuses. We are not in 1982 anymore. We are not in 1993 anymore. We aren't even in 1999 anymore. We are in a new day and a new time, and we are in the new earth. This is not the time to play ignorant, to play sleep, to play unaware. This is a time that you have all information and knowledge that you can go seek and find at your fingertips. If you want to know something, it is up to you to go find that information. We can go out here and we can get copper containers. We can go get stones. We can go get crystals. We can go do a lot of things. But if you're not willing to go do the work, you cannot complain when you get sick. I just have to say that now. There are so many people who want to give other people the responsibility of making them whole and give other people the responsibility of making them healthy when they can do it themselves. You can make yourself healthy. You don't need to go to the doctor if you don't need to go to the doctor. There are certain circumstances, yes, go to the doctor. But in most cases, you don't need to go to the doctor to heal yourself. You don't. Okay. Place the crystal near water, but not in the water. Put the crystal, let me get my glass out. Don't talk about my container. I keep a glass container with me. This one I've had some green juice in. But if you have a container, activate your water by having water in your container and letting the crystal sit under the container. Okay? Let the crystal sit under the container. What it's going to do is it's going to either amplify, purify, harmonize, enhance, or detoxify. That's what it's going to do. If you yourself need to get your energy right, you get you some crystals, put it in your pocket. If you're a woman, put it in your bra. If you're a man, put it in your pocket. If you have a flat enough crystal, put it in your shoe. Get you some crystals on or near your body. Do not consume crystals, but put it on or near your body. You see this here, right? It's on my head. Put a crystal under your pillow. Put a crystal under your bed. Activate yourself. Get your water right. Why? Because you are made up of cells. You have over 1 billion cells running rampant in your body right now. But what happens if one gets compromised and your body does not know how to get rid of it or how to heal it? You will become a diseased individual. And what will happen is, if you have a stem cell that has been compromised, that stem cell is going to take messages to and from your white blood cells, your red blood cells, your skin cells, your organ cells, all your cells, and it's going to give it the wrong message, and it's going to say, die. It's going to say, give the infection even more nutrients. It's going to say, give the disease even more nutrients. That's how you get people who have cancer, and then they go back in a couple of months and the cancer spread all the way through their body. Why? Because you keep feeding it the wrong things. You haven't regulated your system, honey. It's time. It's time. I'm going to leave my crystal up here. The next way that you can heal yourself, heal the living water in your body, heal the water that you drink, heal the water that you get yourself into, right? Is sound frequency and vibrational healing frequencies. What are some of those frequencies? Well, let me tell you some of the frequencies that you can go on YouTube right now and find. Sound waves influence water molecules. You are made up of water molecules. 75% of you is water. Here we go. Playing 432 hertz, 528 hertz, 741 hertz. And solfeggio, if I can say this word right, solfeggio, something. Frequencies, SOLFEGGIO. You play the water. You play the sound when you're going to sleep. You play the sound when you're working. You play the sound when you study. You play these sounds so that the water that is inside of you and the water that you're going to consume can be restructured. You're going to heal yourself. You got work to do. You are absolutely going to heal yourself. Chanting heals water. There's a doctor, I think his name is Makateo. There's a doctor. I'm going to find his name because I want to say it right. However, he does different practices where he can have people in one room on this side of the world, and he'll have other people in another room on the other side of the world. He'll put up a visual, and all the people will meditate. It will affect all the water in each individual because they are all chanting and focusing on this higher elevation and this higher frequency, and their bodies have to respond. The same doctor, he took notes and put it in glasses of water and put the water in freezers. And when the water froze, based on what he said, it changed the molecular structure of the water. Let's see. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to show you a video. Hopefully I don't get hit with a copyright because, you know, YouTube don't play about that stuff. Water molecules. Here we go. Dr. Emoto. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to find the shortest one. Let's do the water experiment video. I wanted to show you this because it's important. How you heal yourself is going to change how you show up in the world.
As long as learning English is
Here we go.
Writing has always been something that I feel a little bit self-conscious of. That's
the power of your words. This is harmony. Look how the structure changes. Eternal. This is why prayer is important. Thank you. Gratitude. Ooh, what is that? Hitler. Ooh, that's a disrupted cell. Love and gratitude. That's beautiful. Looks like a diamond. Joy. Ooh, that's gorgeous. All religions are beautiful. That's what it said. Look at these. Hold on. Pause. Hold on. Look at this. This is important. Okay. I had someone on one of my earlier lives. They were talking about the Quran. And so they were talking about the different scriptures in the Quran saying that God is source. You can be Christian. Look at that. Look at that. Hinduism. Buddhism. They're all beautiful. Islam. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Judaism. Do you see these crystals? When people come together and they pray with intentions. The Christian Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name. Look at that. You can then affect someone's chemical makeup. Look at it. When you understand how life really works and what you really are, you are a crystal. You are a crystal. You can heal yourself. You don't have to be calcified. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to be broke down. But you gotta know how to use your tools. People perish for the lack of knowledge. Look at that. What is this? Evil. Peace. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Every day, before you go to bed, you better give thanks. I don't care if you think you had a bad day. I don't care if you think somebody got on your nerves, didn't like you. I don't care if you think you underappreciated. I don't care what it is you've been through today. Before you go to bed tonight, you better say thank you. Thank you for what I've learned. Thank you that I'm connected to the best parts of myself. Thank you that I have intentions and purpose. Thank you that I have joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are not giving thanks, you are ungrateful. And your cells will tell on you. You won't have the glow. You will have a compromised immune system. You won't have enough intelligence in your brain cells so that your neurons can fire off and you can think clearly. You're going to walk around here frustrated, bothered, irritated. Then you're going to bring on congestion. Then you're going to bring on poor breathing. Then when you have poor breathing, then your blood cells, they can't speak to your organs right. So then you got inflammation. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. That's what prayer is. Gratitude. Here we go. Look at there. Hold on. That's beautiful. You make me sick. Yeah, you get real sick when you say that. So quit saying it. But when you say, I love you and I'm grateful, even though I don't understand, even though we may not see eye to eye, even though I don't appreciate how you're treating me right now, I'm still grateful. I still have love in my heart because you want to be that kind of crystal. And guess what? It gets better. Let's keep going. Look at that. Oh, do you know how easily people be walking around here saying, I hate you? Think about that. What if was your blood cells and you walking around telling people, I hate you? You always talking about, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't want that. Ugh. You sound miserable. But if you can just use alchemy, that's what this really is. You can be the alchemist by transforming your energy from I hate you to saying, I may not understand, or I didn't like that, but I'm still grateful. I said, thank you. Thank you for showing me what I really want instead of what I don't want. Thank you for showing me that I don't got to be in this room and I don't have to be around people like that. You don't have to tell nobody you hate them. Tell them thank you. That's how you change the water. That's how you become living, healed water. You go from here to here. Learn to say thank you for everything. Learn to be grateful for everything. Love. So many people, oh, I hate you. You walk around. What if you were walking around looking like this and you just couldn't see yourself? If you were having a cellular mirror and you look like this, would you be bothered? Would you want to look like this or would you want to look like this? If somebody put a mirror up to your face, most people don't even know what they really look like. Did you know that? Most people have absolutely no idea what they really truly look like. They keep walking around here talking about, I hate you, I don't like you, I don't like that, I don't want that. Ooh, they sound miserable. And then you got people that walk around and say, you know what? It's okay. I don't have to be around you. I love you anyway. You know what? I don't have to keep giving anything to you. I have boundaries, but I can love you from a distance. There's ways, man. There's ways to do this thing called life. There's ways to do it. Let's keep going. What's next? What they gonna show us next? Here we go. Oh my gosh. You fool. Ooh, what is that? You know, that looks like someone threw a rock or something. It's splashing in the water, like a stone hit the water and it's disrupted. That's what it looks like. It looks like disruption. You fool. Ooh, be careful with your energy signatures. Be careful. Be mindful of what words you use because everything has an energy signature to it. They have fooled us into using languages that disrupts our cells. They have fooled us. And so because they have fooled us into using languages that disrupt our cells, especially when we start talking about the English language, it doesn't sound beautiful. In reality, it does not. It's just universal. But we are using language that has energy signatures that disrupt us. So then we call people fools and we don't like you and we hate you. And then we don't understand why we don't look like the beautiful crystals that we are. You are beautiful. You are special. You are intentionally and wonderfully made. But guess what? You have put very broke down, compromised, malfunctioning cells in your body. They have put chants on this food. Did you know that? That they play frequencies and they play sounds for these animals? Did you know that? Did you know these fruits and vegetables, that most of them are being grown in hydroponic systems, meaning they're not coming out of the ground. They're coming from water, and they have affected the water so much so that when the water gets into the cells of the plants, you consume this. But what if you're consuming something that says, you a fool? You a fool. Then you go out here and do foolish things and don't know why you do foolish things. I was listening to my mother today. I love my mom. I so love my mom. I'm so grateful for my mother. My mother today had some kids with her, and the kids said, why didn't we get the dum-dums at the bank? And she said, well, why would you want the bank to give you a dum-dum sucker? If you're from another country and you don't know what a dum-dum is a sucker, a very small sucker, and they come in various flavors, but they're tiny, right? And so you give people dum-dums when they play stupid games. That's really what the dum-dums are for. You give it to people when they play stupid games, silly games, right? But when you go to the bank, they give dum-dums at the teller. Think about that. Why are you at the bank taking a dum-dum sucker? They are telling you that you a dum-dum because you're finna put your money into a system where they are going to make money off of your money, but they are only going to give you either 0.5% or very small portions of your money in interest when they have made a lot of money off of your money. Here you go, dum-dum. And you take it and you eat it and you consume it and you laugh and you wiggle your toes because you done got some sugar in your system. And you're not realizing that you played the game too. Well, you are a crystal. You are made up of water. And if you are not putting the right things in your body, if you are not calling yourself by the right names, if you are not answering to the right names, if you are not using the right energy signatures and frequencies, you will be a compromised vessel. And when you are compromised, you will get sick because your immune system is going to be compromised. Yes, you are very powerful. Now walk in it. We got a few more seconds of this. Let's go ahead and finish it out. If all the people of the world have love and gratitude, the pristine beauty of the world, what did it say? The pristine beauty of the earth will return once again. I'm going to put that back because that's powerful. If all people in the world would have love and gratitude, the pristine beauty of the earth will return once again. That's Dr. Emoto. Dr. Emoto does practices with water, changing the molecular structure of the water. You can change your molecular structure. That's what I'm telling you. You can change your molecular structure. You don't got to walk around here sick. You don't have to have diabetes. You don't have to have high blood pressure. You don't have to have arthritis. You don't even have to have cancer. You don't have to have brain fog. You don't have to have mental dysfunction. You don't have to have behavioral issues. You don't. But what happens is if you don't know how to heal yourself, you will. If you don't know how to counteract the things that your mother told you while you were in the womb. Some people's mothers were very stressed out and overwhelmed and frustrated that they were about to be born. And so their cells still have the energy signatures of their mother being frustrated, bothered, and irritated that they're about to be born. So they come out in the world having dysfunction, not knowing that you can heal yourself no matter what environment you came out of, including your mother's womb, which might have been toxic. Can we talk about it? Or are we scared to talk about it now? Are we scared to talk about it because we have people that are in places that don't want us to know who we really are? Let's talk about it, right? Let's keep going. I just got a few more minutes. My phone and I already said the battery getting low. So let me wrap this up, right? So we've talked about you can heal yourself by being a vortex. You can spin around in a circle. You spin around in a circle for 30 to 60 seconds. Be like a child. Be very innocent in doing this because you will heal yourself. You can expose yourself to sunlight and moonlight. You can also put crystals on or near your body, which is also putting it on or near your water, right? You can use sound frequencies and vibrational healing frequencies. You can add natural elements, which is mineralization. What is mineralization? Well, one of the salts that I prefer to use is Celtic salt, Celtic sea salt, but you can use Himalayan salt. You can use lemon, limes, key limes. You can use apple cider vinegar. I posted a video today. Limes, apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, cloves, black pepper, coconut water. You can use these things to reactivate your cells. You're going to bring light energy, light, real light, like sunlight, light. You're going to bring light energy to your body. That's how you have an internal glow. That's how you get rid of the inflammation from the inside out. You don't need a topical cream to make your skin look good. You need some good water. You need some good food. You need healing energy. You need fresh herbs. You get you some basil, some mint, some rosemary. Let me tell you why you're going to do all these things, right? Let's talk about the Himalayan salt and sea salt. They say the Himalayan salt is giants. Himalayan salt comes from the mountains. These are the giants that laid down. That is the story. That is what I'm sharing with you, right? The giants that once walked the earth, when they laid down, they became mountains. They go and they excavate the mountains for Himalayan sea salt. Or Himalayan salt. Excuse me, it's not sea salt, it's Himalayan salt. And the Himalayan salt has trace minerals and it has an electrical charge. An electrical charge. Sea salt also has an electrical charge. It comes from a current. The water is moving and it's charged. When the water is then dehydrated, it leaves salt behind. You are going to consume the salt. It has electrolytes in it. It's going to turn the electricity higher to a higher frequency in your body. The lights come on. Right? Lemon or apple cider vinegar. This is going to enhance the alkalinity in your digestive system. It's going to get your microbiomes, what breaks down foods, what gets rid of toxins, what pushes the nasty gunk out of your small intestines and your large intestines, what breaks down the things that you consume. It's going to give it the energy that it needs so it can get rid of the toxins that you don't want. You can activate yourself by having intention. And these are the things that you can be intentional about. Adding natural elements to your body. Fresh herbs are basil, mint, rosemary. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you can put in your body. Thyme, camphor. What else? Sage. These are all cooking herbs. You can cook with these things. You can put them in your water. You can heal yourself with good food, good herbs. You can infuse high vibrational energy into your body. You want to be the most highest vibrational version of yourself possible. Why? Because you want to be in the experiences of your higher vibrational self. So many people are low functioning on a vibrational, energetic frequency scale. When you live low vibrational, you attract low vibrations. When you live in a higher frequency, you attract higher frequencies. Well, what happens when you attract the highest versions of yourself? You are unstoppable. You are as close to God as you can possibly be. Everything that you touch is magnetic. It's powerful. Which brings me to the next part of this. How do you magnetize yourself? How do you restructure yourself? By changing the structure of the water inside of you and in the water that you consume. You're going to go get you some magnets. You're going to go get you some copper coils. Oh, yeah, we having that conversation. Let's talk about it. You're going to get copper. You can put copper on your wrist. You can put copper around your bottles, your glass bottles. Put copper around it. And what you're going to do is you're going to help restructure the restructure the molecules in your body and in the water. You are, again, 75% water. Why don't you want your water to be living? Let's go. The water structuring devices or The pi water systems. It's going to mimic how water flows in nature. You want to be a living spring. You do. You want everywhere you go. People gonna just start offering you stuff. Oh, thank you for showing up. You like, well, I'm just me. What you talking about? Thank you. There's something about you. You have such a beautiful aura about yourself. Oh wow. I love your presence. I love your energy. There's something amazing about you. People are going to just be saying things to you. They are. You know how I know? Because that's me all day. All day. People are like, oh, just take it. Just take it. I'm like, why? Why me? I don't even ask why me no more. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had to quit asking why me. That was a very big lesson I had to learn for myself. People would, as a massage therapist even, people give me big tips, right? And I'd be like, are you sure? I had to quit asking people, are they sure? Are you sure? Yes, I had to quit asking people, are they sure? Why? Because I began to reframe my mind around, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I attract the things that I'm supposed to have so I can go do more work like I'm supposed to be doing. I'm telling you now, I am in a, how many square feet is this building? It's a small building. I want to say this building is almost 1,000 square feet. A year ago, I was in a 200 square foot room. I had no clue a year ago that I would be in this building. I opened up a practice where I have people come in and they are able to get oxygen therapy. I have a vibration plate, so then they are able to get lymphatic vibrational healing. I'm also a massage therapist, so they come and they lay on my table and I give touch therapy. A year ago, I was trying to figure out how to do my business because I was struggling. Can I be honest with you? Can I just be transparent with you? A year ago, I was struggling to make money. Just simply a year ago. In March of 2024, I opened the doors to this building. And I told myself then, I said, whatever God tells me to do, I'm going to do it. Wherever I'm supposed to go, whoever I'm supposed to talk to, I have no coward in me. I have to be bold. And I'm not religious in any way. I have to be very honest about that. I don't go to church. I was raised religious, yes. But I had to go find out what was the mysteries that Jesus, Yeshua, what was the mysteries that he was learning. He learned sound frequency healing. He learned comedic healing. He learned how to biohack so that when you lay hands on somebody, you know how to alter energy. I have people that come in all the time and they say, I don't know what you did, but you did something to me and I don't have this pain anymore. Honestly, truth be told, I just do what I feel in my heart to do. I had to get in tune. I had to get in alignment. I had to get my vibrational self, my energetic self, my cellular self in alignment with who I am called to be. And honestly, my life changed. My life changed when I started eating right, when I started speaking to myself right, when I started being in environments that were right for me, when I started getting away from things that were not helpful and were more harmful. I had to be very intentional. I could no longer rely on ignorance to get me through things. Oh, I'm just going to fake it till I make it. That don't work. It don't work at all. We do not have time nor the luxury to play ignorant any longer. Now is the time for you to activate yourself. Go get you some magnets. Put you some magnets in your shoes. Put you some magnets in your pockets. Put your magnets, women, ladies, put your magnets in your brasiers. Fellas, put the magnets in your pants. Did you know they are trying? They are killing your sperm. The food is killing your sperm. The food is killing your sperm. The water is killing your sperm. The chemicals are killing your sperm. The food is killing your eggs. The water is killing your eggs. They don't want you reproducing out here. They don't want you reproducing because they have different factors. And when I say they, I mean absolutely who you think I'm talking about. Your government, your elite oligarchy families, meaning the families that are in control of the wealth, the families that are in control of medicine and systems, the families that are in control of the educational systems. They all meet and they give you these code names that they meet under. Everybody knows that they're meeting. Bilderberg groups. Okay. They tell you that the G4, the G5, the G30, they telling you they're all meeting. These are elite families meeting to discuss us. And they are discussing us destroying ourselves voluntarily. Well, let's give them something else to talk about. How we are elevating ourselves on a frequency level. How we are raising the vibration of ourselves so that our tribes, our communities, our people are now walking and talking in solidarity and in a unified way. Let's give them something else to talk about besides we are sick. We ain't sick. They are sick. But if we don't know any better and we don't know to do any better, we will stay down. But you can raise your frequency, raise your vibration, raise yourself up from the dead, get rid of your zombie cells, get rid of your brokenness, and you can be a powerful being. And you don't have to be in a courtroom. You don't have to be in a courthouse. You don't have to be in a White House or even a palace to be powerful. I'm gonna leave that alone. Prayer and intention. You can spiritually charge yourself. We just watched the video. Many spiritual traditions, blessings, and prayers over your water can change the molecular structure of your water. Spiritual traditions that are blessing and praying for you can change the molecular structure of you. That's why people flock all the time to the church house. That's why people flock all the time to the mosque. That's why people flock all the time to the synagogues. That's why people go to these places. That's why they go. That's why people find themselves in cult style groups. Because if you understand that when you connect with another person, whatever you guys are meeting on the mind, in the mind with, whatever you meet in the mental with, you can activate in the physical. Whatever you guys connect with on a spiritual mental level, all is mental. That's a Hermetic principle. Whatever you connect with someone else on a mental level, on a spiritual level, you are going to physically make it manifest. Well, what happens when you connect with someone and you both have the intentional prayer of blessing something, loving something, causing joy within something? You can alter the molecular structure of it. That's why you're supposed to pray over food. You give thanksgiving. That's why you are supposed to have your rituals. But they disrupt us all the time. And so then our rituals are no longer what our rituals should be. So then we don't get what we're really supposed to get from what we really should be doing. And we become broken. Holding hands over a glass, setting an intention, whether it's for love, healing, clarity, or strength, can influence energy. It can. If you come together with someone, and let's say you have a basket of fruit, you come together with someone and you have a pitcher of water, and you put your hands together with somebody and you say, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this water and how it's going to nourish our body. I'm so grateful for the love that's in this room. I'm so grateful for the healing power that we both possess and that we are going to do great and wonderful things. I'm thankful for the clarity of knowing which way to go and how to go. When you start really putting the intentions out in there, it changes the atmosphere. It does. And when you have a glass container, not a plastic container, it allows the energy to go through it. And it's not going to be disrupted. It's not going to be refracted. It's not going to be diminished. It's not going to be minimized. You are going to be able to put the energy out there, and that water is going to fill it. Now, think about you like that. You start praying over yourself. I'm so grateful for love. I'm so grateful for my healing. I'm so grateful for my clarity. I'm so grateful for my strength. I'm so grateful for being renewed. I'm so grateful for being relaxed. I'm so grateful for being refreshed. I'm so grateful for being whole. I'm so grateful. Everything that you express, your molecular system has to be in alignment with all that. When you show up in the world, everything that you're connected to, the best parts of you are activated now. Then you get to have the experiences of the best part of you because you have spoke powerful words over yourself, over the water that's in you. You are the living water. You are. Okay, let's keep going. Drink with gratitude. Before drinking anything, before drinking your water, whether it's in the morning or before you go to bed or when it's with your meals, hold your glass and mentally express gratitude. Even when you eat your food, every bite you take, mentally express gratitude. All the time. Don't miss a beat. There are so many people who are eating foods and drinking liquids, drinking water or whatever it is they drink, right? And people are drinking it because they eat and drink because they're depressed. They eat and drink because they're sad. And then they can't figure out why they don't feel good. Then they can't figure out why they fat. Then they can't figure out why they have inflammation and they swelled up. They retaining water. They can't figure it out anymore. It's because you got to know how to speak life over yourself. You got to know how to put life into water or the foods that you are ingesting. You got to know now. You do not have the privilege and the honor of being ignorant anymore. I'm sorry to tell you. Ignorance does not get a pass anymore. We are past that. We are no longer in the age of ignorance. We are in the age of Aquarius. That means we are in the age of knowledge and awareness. This is considered the golden age because information is readily available to you. And you don't actually have to go online anymore to get this information. This is information that's coded within you. You can unlock yourself and activate your light codes. You have power in your hands. You have power in your mouth. You have power in your visions. You have the power. But if you have junk in your body, you got nanoparticles in your body, you got microparticles in your body and microplastics in your body, they have given you the best disruptors ever made. And then you can't be all that you are called to be. So then you can't have all the experiences that you are called to have. You cannot be the best version of yourself with heavy metals in your body. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't care how much joy you think you're going to get. You cannot be the best version of yourself if you're walking around here putting junk in your body. You can't be the best versions of yourself if you're putting yourself in environments and in relationships that don't serve you. You will never be the best version of yourself if you are always speaking negative to yourself. You will never be the best version of yourself if you don't put the right things on you. Adorn yourself with the right things. Here we go. Small rituals help align your mind and body with the water's energy, improving absorption and nutrition. You have to speak life over yourself. You have to. As a transformation coach, one of the things that I always tell people in the very beginning of your transformation, how you use your time is very important. How you use your time is very important. Here's why it's very important. You have the power to set the intentions on how you will use your energy. If you do not have control over your mind, someone else has control over your mind. If you don't have control over your behaviors, someone else will have control over your behaviors. If you don't have control over your health, someone else will have control over your health. And if you allow someone else to have control over you, whether you are happy, miserable, sad, whatever it may be, you will be at the whim of whomever you are under the control of. You will give up your power because you are too lazy to be intentional for yourself. Intentions are very, very powerful. The very first thing that you need to do is go get you a notebook or a calendar. I have my notebook or calendar right here. I have one for my staff. Hold on, I got a new staff. I want to show you this. It's a very simple calendar. You see, I spent $3 on it. Everybody gets a calendar. I have a calendar where it's just lines. You got to set the intentions of your day. Not only do you have a schedule to keep, but you got intentions to keep. You need to know how your energy is being used. If you're going to do something that makes you vibrant. If you're going to do something that gives you control. If you're going to do something that makes you magnetic. Write it down. Have 3 to 5 tasks every single day that gives you life. 3 to 5. Something that gives me life every single day is I start my morning out with an energy drink that I make. I got limes, cinnamon, what else I got? Turmeric, black pepper, and my coconut water. Every single day, I start out with making myself a concoction. Here's why. Because I had to set the tone for myself. I'm not going to step out the house and let you control my energy. Heck no. I'm not going to step out the house and be under the direction of someone who has no control over themselves. I'm not going to be out in traffic and let somebody piss me off. I got to get ready to go, y'all. I'm not. So I set my intentions. The very first thing I do is I make sure I wash my face. I love washing my face. I enjoy washing my face. I don't know what it is. It's something about putting some water on my face and getting my face all stimulated and all that. I love washing my face in the morning. I love having my drink in the morning. I love having my little energy drink. I do drink coffee, but I try not to drink coffee all the time. I get excited about these small little, what someone might think is insignificant. I get excited about it. I get excited about what I can do for myself to make sure I'm healed, make sure I'm whole, make sure I'm vibrant, make sure I'm having good intentions. I love that. I love that for me. And you got to love your day for you, even to the smallest degree of things. Find things that give you more energy. Find things that give you more vibrancy. Find things that make you more powerful. Set the tone for yourself. You are living water, and you can be healed water. Be mindful of what you're putting in your body. Be mindful of where you go. Be mindful of who you connect yourself to. Be mindful of these things. Activate yourself. Be powerful. You are here for a reason. Now go do your work. Go do your work. There is so much to do here. We are raising the frequency and the vibration of the planet. You are a necessary element in being here. If you were not necessary, you would not be here. You would have died in your mother's womb before you were born. You are necessary. Do not allow anyone to make you feel less than. Do not allow any entity or organization, do not allow them to invade you. You have to heal yourself. If you are just joining me, I thank you. Go back to the beginning and watch this. I give you ways on how to heal yourself, how to heal the water that is within you, and how to heal the water that you are going to consume, because you are a living, breathing vessel full of water. And let there be light. That's it. You are made up of cells, stem cells. You are made up of light codes. You have DNA. Let there be light. Heal yourself. Be the best version of yourself. I am connected to the best parts of me, and I'm in the experience of my desires. And I want you to be too, because we have work to do. All right, y'all. Latoriea Q. I've been back with another video. I drop shorts, I drop long form videos, and I'm doing my last live of the day. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I am so grateful that you spent just a few moments with me, and have a wonderful evening. Peace, y'all.